Okay, so this is my first video since, well, other than the update video about my son, this is my first video since that happened. And I wanted to start off by saying thank you so much to everybody for your support. I've had a lot of people contact me with you know, kindness, words, prayers, and everything else, and we really do appreciate all of that. We certainly do. This video actually is going to be just as much for Aaron as it is for you, because he actually wanted to see how things are going here. So I go back to see him tomorrow. Like I said before, unfortunately I can't be with him every day because my husband has to work. I don't miss those trucks. But anyway, because of that, I have to be here to watch the younger kids. So here I am. Now, having said that, a really, really nice woman on my business Facebook, she set up a GoFundMe for us. Other than being on the business Facebook, we don't know each other. I've never met her. She wasn't a friend of the family person. Just somebody who really cared and wanted to help with something. And so she set that up for us. And what it's for is so that my husband can stay home with the kids. So it's basically trying to raise enough money to make up his lost wages so that I can be with Aaron in Boston, which is 2 hours away from here, and like around the clock, and he can stay home with the kids until Aaron is sent home. We still don't know when that will be, and that's really a sort of a touch and go thing that we expected. It's his progress that is going to decide that. So we don't know 100% when that will be yet. Hopefully just a few weeks. I mean, that's really what we're hoping. Okay, so if you wanted to help out as far as the GoFundMe goes, I will leave a link under this video in the description. But otherwise, I'm gonna just give you a quick tour. Aaron, this is for you, buddy, too, because you've been wanting to see how the farm's going. He remembers all of this, and he wants to know how it's going with his pig and his chicken and everything else, and all the gardens and things. So I'm gonna go ahead and take everybody around. We're gonna check this out and see. All I can say is wow, and sort of good and bad. Okay, so first things first, for me, the most exciting thing at this point is, while I was at Bay State with Aaron, our chickens started laying eggs, and that was some happy news. It was probably a few days after the accident happened. I got a picture from Aiden showing him holding 2 eggs, and here is one itty-bitty egg that actually I think came from one of the smaller reds, Rhode Island Reds, that are younger than the other chickens, so I think that's why they're so tiny. But we're getting all different colors. These are brown. We're getting green, blue, like pretty pastel colors, blue and green. And I don't think they're all laying yet, but I think it's Jessie, which is, I don't know if you can see, the white one here, and Chicken Nugget, which is right there. Those two definitely are laying eggs, and it's one of these reds that's laying this egg. So we're getting eggs every day, which is fantastic. And all of this, to me, is just now, it's got a different meaning for me because of what happened to Aaron. So what I mean by that is, we already were having healthy foods and, you know, trying to grow our foods organically, our own meat, our own vegetables, eggs, all of that. We were already trying to do that, but for me it's more of now keeping up his health as best as we can, as naturally as we can. And so I look at all of this now and I think this is awesome, because he can eat this and really help keep him healthy and get him healthier and keep him that way. Another truck. There's so many trucks, it's insane. Had no idea when we bought this house. Alright, so let's start the tour here real quick. Everything is overgrown. Weeds are overgrown, the grass is overgrown, and that's just because I haven't been here to take care of it. Aiden has done an amazing job trying to keep up. He's been watering and he's been really trying to keep up with everything, but the weeding is really sort of bad. It needs to be weeded pretty bad, especially over there in that garden. But you can see here the corn, that's green beans, and you can see, I don't know if that looks blurry to me, but you can see it all in there, but you can also see all of the weeds. We've got lots of pumpkins growing up there, which is amazing. So, you know, he's kept everything going. We just really need to come in and weed stuff. So I've done a little bit of that today, but it's been really hot. Alright, first things first, carrots. So as you can see, we've got all the carrots coming in, and he actually came in here, did weed a little bit, needs some more, but you can see they're not ready yet obviously, but they're going good. This right here, these are cucumbers. So I don't know if we have any little guys on here to show, but nope, not yet. I don't see any. But yep, all cucumbers. And as you can see, for some reason, our beans, no, not beans, peas died. They all died on this side, they all died on this side. These are all them, and they died for some reason. I'm not quite sure why. This is more cucumbers, which is good. I'm not a cucumber person, but I do like pickles, so I like to make the pickles. Aaron, you got a lot of cucumbers in your future, buddy, because we're growing a whole bunch of them. Here and over there, there's a bunch more. And in Aiden's garden, there's a bunch more. So they're all over the place. All right. Next thing, potatoes. They are starting to die back. All of the leaves are starting to die back. I did take the pitchfork and I did dig up a plant over here and a plant down at the bottom, and I got some potatoes out of it. Good size ones, some little ones, so they definitely need longer. Down there, one of them was rotting, so I don't know what that's all about, but they still need some time. They're not died back enough. I guess they have to like really die back to be ready. So, a little bit more time. Alright, kale and lettuces. Kale's going good. Lettuce is going good. Some of it's starting to bolt. We did have some already really bolted when I first got home, and so we just pulled it out and gave it to the chickens. I will be harvesting some kale today and some of the purple romaine for dinner tonight, because we have a whole bunch of lettuce in there that Aiden already harvested. So I do need to get more out of here too. I don't want it to go to waste. So yeah, that's the lettuce. Alright, so broccoli. Yeah, broccoli. As you can see, the beetles have really torn it up. These are actually the smaller plants. You can see it's really gotten to them. It goes all the way up. For some reason, the bigger plants are at the top of this. It's not a hill really, it's just sort of slant. And the smaller ones are at the bottom, but none of them have any heads yet. There's no heads of broccoli on these yet. And I'm curious about that, because I feel like they should by now at least start having a head of broccoli. I don't know, I mean, they might be starting, who knows. It's just not where I thought it would be at this point. And I'll explain later why I think that is and what I will do to fix that. Alright, so here we have the onions. There's not a whole lot. Again, needs to be weeded. And down here we have celery, more lettuce, and that's the purple romaine that we will be harvesting later for dinner. It's not a whole lot here. This is kind of extra stuff we threw in there, and it's working out really, really well. Okay, one thing I really need to do, I need to trellis these tomatoes. They are getting really big and getting heavy. They all have tomatoes on them. So I need to trellis them, and I'm going to try to get that done tonight because I go back to the hospital tomorrow. So I'm waiting kind of for the weather to chill a little bit 'cause it's really hot right now. It's middle of the day. And so I'll get those finished, hopefully trellis tonight, and that way they can grow really well because they're kind of on the ground right now, which obviously you know is not good. Alright, so we have, like this one needs to be trellised up. We have, I think these are Roma tomatoes. Look at them all, isn't that lovely? Lovely, lovely. We have other tomatoes here, regular tomatoes. Regular tomatoes in there. Like they're just like, if I don't know if you guys can see it. Of course it's blurry again. But what I see when I look is just tomatoes everywhere, and they're all different kinds. These are the Romas. All different kinds. Those might be like a cherry. That's probably a grape. So yeah, they're everywhere. Which is, you know, if anybody knows us, you know we love our tomatoes. If you watch our videos, you know we're all about the tomatoes. So they're everywhere. They're all growing in. They're growing in Aiden's garden. They're growing in that garden over there. So we're going to have a whole lot of tomatoes, which is amazing because, Aaron, that means you're getting my homemade tomato soup that you love so much. I canned like 6 quarts of it. He ate it all. So yeah, he's going to get plenty of it. Tomato sauces, all kinds of stuff I like to make with it. So yeah, anyway, this will get trellised tonight. I'm going to go up in our woods, get some branches, put them on the ends, and do probably string across, and then tie it to each one to hold it up, because I don't have enough tomato cages, and I think that would work. I've seen it done a few times on videos, and it looks like it works pretty well. I'm excited to be getting all these tomatoes. Alrighty, so now we come to the green peppers and Swiss chard, if like you can't even recognize it. I have not had one bit of Swiss chard this year because of the bugs and because of them eating them, and of course Aaron's accident, so I haven't even been here. But look, green peppers. Actually, these are all different colored peppers, but yeah, look, see? They're on all the plants. Got little ones, big ones, ready to go. There's a couple plants over here that are jalapenos. I don't see any peppers coming out yet. So I'm hoping that they do, because again, Aaron, you're all about the spicy stuff, and I love it too, so I plan on putting that in some dishes. Alright, if you can see behind me, you can see the pigs. They were supposed to be gone 2 weeks ago. And of course, because of Aaron's accident, all of that got put on hold. They are going this Sunday. So my husband and my brother-in-law are going to be here very early Sunday morning. I will not film it because I won't be here. I will be with Aaron. And they are going to attempt to get these pigs into the truck, get them off to the butchers in Connecticut, and really hoping that they can do it okay, get it worked out. I've told them some things on how to do it, watch some videos, and they're pigs, so they're very, very unpredictable. We've had it to where we've tried to move them, and they've run around this part of the yard. That's not good. So yeah, let's hope. They're huge now. They are huge. I want to go show you, but I know they're going to go nuts. Let's see what I can do. Alright, Aaron, you wanted to see Porkers before he goes off to the butcher. Wait till you see how big he is. Look at this. Look how big he is. They are like 3 times the size of when we got them. And definitely bring the meaning as to why they're called pigs. They eat a lot, and that's fine. Just get some bigger. So, yep, Sunday they'll be gone, and I will be relieved because that will be one less thing here to worry about. Okay, we're over here at Aiden's garden now, and it's doing really well. It just needs to be watered a bit, but look, he's taking really good care of it. again with the blurry. Doing really good. He's got green peppers and other peppers, lots of tomatoes. He's got his pumpkin growing out, bunch of little grape tomatoes. I'm excited about that because we're constantly buying them and I don't want to buy them. He's trellised all of his, as you can see, so he's gone ahead, like he's been really good with his garden. Trellised everything. I was like, buddy, way ahead of me. I want to get those trellised. Once I get those tomatoes trellised, I will feel a lot better. When those are trellised and the pigs are gone, I am going to have a lot less worry on my mind while I am in Boston with Aaron. Alright, I'm taking you over here, but the sprinkler is on for some much needed water, and I will show you what I mean about, once this passes, what I mean about the weeds. Look at this. You can see tomato plants in there. That's a, whatchamacallit there, eggplant. Tomato plants, and there's cucumbers back there, and there's, I'm gonna get wet, hold on. So over here, yellow squash, zucchini. In there, believe it or not, there is all kinds of other things. There's cabbage and celery, there's corn on the cob growing back there. It's just, I can maybe show you again when the sprinkler's off. I really don't want to go shut it off. The squash, yellow squash, and the zucchini are flowering, and they've got little itty bitty baby ones on it right now. And aside from my tomatoes, honestly, that's like my number 2 and 3 crop that I like to grow because we just eat so much of it. Yeah, so. Okay, we moved 2 ducks over here in front of the greenhouse. Well, they are right now, but their thing is on the side here. But we've got 2 of them over here. We're thinking about selling these 2 because they're mean. Well, at least one of them. Hey, this one just got out. You just walked out of there. You need to go back in. That's why, because it's lifted up. Alright, well, we're going to have to put him back in. Is this off or on? I can't tell. It's off. That's probably why he got out. Alright, let me put him back in real quick. Alright, he's in. All the chickens are in the hen house for some reason. You can see them in there maybe. There they are. It's hot out here, so they're probably just hanging out in the cooler. I mean, this whole thing is really shaded up right now, but... Alright, I'm going to turn the fence back on. And I think, well, the rabbits, we lost a rabbit a couple days ago because we had 98-degree weather. We did everything we could to keep them cool. And one of them, Flower, the black and white one that looked like an Oreo, died. We have no idea why. I'm assuming it's because of the heat. So, I mean, we're just making sure everybody's hydrated, has plenty of water, plenty of food, and lots of shade. Gotta make sure they have shade. Alright, well guys, that is pretty much the tour right now. Since I've been gone, things are kind of a mess. You know, with the husband here with 2 kids. It's not, as they would call it, mom clean. So it gets frustrating for me to have to come home and clean it. But otherwise, everybody's alive, everybody's healthy, everybody's eating, so we're good. The garden is suffering some. These are all of the herbs. Remember how well they were doing? Yeah, they're done. I watered them today. I don't think those are going to come back. So I may have to replant. And speaking of replanting, a couple things. I will replant the herbs. Luckily, Aiden had the mindset to take a lot of the basil, and he dried it before, you know, it went dried up or whatever happened to the bugs got it or something, and he took it all and he dried a whole bunch of it, so I'm really happy about that. But I am going to replant that. There's enough time this year. And then this is where we had the meat chickens and the 2 ducks before we butchered the meat chickens. This is really fertile ground right here. And then once Aiden's dies back, we're going to be starting our fall garden. And yes, I am going to try my hardest to still plant a fall garden. Again, for you, bud, Aaron needs the nutrition, as we all do. And I would really, really like to have a fall garden. I will also do it over here in this garden. But I did notice something this year, I think. I'm wondering, and I'm sure I'll get feedback, but I'm wondering if this whole broccoli thing, if I need to add compost to the soil now. And I'm going to do that. Once all this is out, I'm going to replant broccoli, because you can have it for the fall here where we live. And so very soon, probably in the next week or so, I will be planting seeds in the greenhouse again, and it'll take 6 to 8 weeks. By then, this should all be harvested for the most part. All of the lettuces and things like that. I'm going to replant that stuff so that it's fresh for the fall. And I think it should work out okay. So we'll have plenty to harvest throughout the next few weeks. And I'm excited about that because everything stopped. I just had to drop it all and go be with my son, try to get him better, and on the road to recovery, which he is. He calls me lots of times a day because he wants to know when I'm coming back, and that breaks my heart, because I have to tell him, well, in 48 hours, or you know, next Wednesday or something like that. And it is really heartbreaking to have to say that, because I would just like to be there with him and not have to worry about anything else. So anyway, thanks to everybody for, I got a bug in my eye. Thanks to everybody for, again, your continued support and kind words. I hope you like this video. I know it's a little different from what you're used to because of the content and how it is, but it's what it is right now, guys. So I do plan on making another video about Aaron and his progress. So I want it to be a little bit, I don't know, happier